Hi everyone, welcome to another special keynote hosted by Suntrack by P4Q. In this case, we will be talking about Agritracker controllers. So everyone knows agrivoltaic is a new trend. It's a new trend in the agrivoltaic industry. So let's get into it. I'm Gorka Alapont, Key Account Manager for P4Q. Right, so first we will start talking about agri-PV or agrivoltaics, giving some definitions, market trends, and use cases. Then we will get deeper into Agritracker. What are the benefits of using an Agritracker versus using a fixed tilt structure for agrivoltaic? What are the tracker requirements for this specific use case? And which are in particular the control requirements for this type of trackers? And then we will get into our own solution, the DCU Sunbury, talking about the concept, features, and finally we'll give you a case study. So what is agrivoltaics? Agrivoltaics denotes the approach of using agricultural land to simultaneously produce agricultural crops and generate PV electricity. This is a definition given by the Fraunhofer Institute, one of the leading research centers in Europe for agrivoltaics. So some market trends. We already have 14 gigawatts of installed power for agrivoltaics around the world. It is estimated that, that's a forecast for following years, 14 gigawatts of installed power at a compound annual growth rate of 10.1%. So market size in 2031 is expected to be $9.3 billion, according to an article by PV Magazine. And the largest agri-PV plant that we have so far is I think it's a strawberry farm of 1,700 megawatt in China. We are not used to such big projects of agrivoltaics here in Europe, but we hope to have big projects coming soon. So clearly some early adopters of agrivoltaics are France, where legislation was passed recently to promote the dual use of land for agriculture and energy. Germany is also a leading country in Europe when it comes to agrivoltaics. Obviously China, South Korea, Japan are big promoters of agri-PV, and also the US is taking its first steps into agrivoltaics, especially with pilots and demo plants. As being from Spain, we expect that Spain passes legislation soon to improve the state of agrivoltaics. So obviously agri-PV is key in our vision of being aligned with the SDGs, because we have zero emission power and a sustainable food production source. And well, what we see is that talking about who develops agrivoltaic sites, we see that it's a combination of big utilities and specialized developers in several European countries. So many people think there are many types of agrivoltaic types. So not trying to explain all of them, just the two main types of agrivoltaic sites that I've encountered with. First one is interspace PV. So there are no new tracker requirements, and it's valid for grazing and agriculture. So unfortunately, we will not get into detail in this part because there's nothing specific we can do to help promote interspace PV from our side. But there's many things that we can do at the overhead PV perspective. This is in common language when a tracker is 5, 6, 7 meters high, so that crops can grow underneath it and agriculture machinery can work below that structure. So this obviously is a new tracker design, new tracker requirements, because the elevation of the tracker is completely different to what we are used to. So benefits of Agritracker. Well, first, we can reduce high temperatures. High temperatures we know that can damage the crop severely depending on crop type. So PV modules being able to cast a shadow over the plants reduces the internal temperature under the canopy. So, and that obviously could be adjusted by a special algorithm, or simply leaving the tables at 0 degrees. You can obtain maybe less production, but a better temperature for the crops. Same with the cold. cold can be really harmful for certain types of crops, especially high-value crops like vineyards for winemaking. So I've heard that cold season is really hard for them. Also, hail is really damaging for these types of crops. So panel orientation can be crucial to help maintain a milder ecosystem, both for hot temperature and cold temperature. And also, if we can protect it from the sun, there's saving on water. We can save water by avoiding direct irradiance from the sun, so we help prevent water evaporation. So what are the main tracker requirements we've seen so far in our projects? So obviously elevation is one of them. 5, 6, 7 meters high trackers are the thing in overhead PV. Obviously this makes trackers be more robust against wind events. It's not the same having a wind strategy with a 3-meter high 2P tracker than having a 7-meter high 2P tracker. Is completely different. So, but you also need less number of piles per megawatt to facilitate the machinery access. Otherwise, there's no way we could work on the crops below the canopy. And then operation and maintenance is fundamental when it comes to tracker design. So if we have new tracker requirements, it's logical that we have new control requirements as well. So we need a QX setup and commissioning. We need 100% availability of the tracker, so that whenever I want to move my tracker so that it fulfills my agricultural algorithm strategy, so I can move it. So there's nothing interfering with the algorithm that agrivoltaic developers have designed. Then we should have a ground level interface to make O&M easier. That's fundamental. These installations need to last at least 25 years. So if any replacement needs to be done, if any fix needs to be done, it needs to be easy and quick for the O&M teams. And finally, we should have enhanced sensor integration through our RSU, and we should have the option to send custom targets so that an external algorithm that is specialized on a certain type of crop can send us a custom target to go to a certain position, right? So that's why we are introducing the first Agritracker control unit. We named it Suntrack TCU Sunbury. Some of the key facts are that our RSUs are enhanced with new sensor capabilities, such as direct and indirect irradiance, rain, hail, wind, and obviously snow. Communication-wise, human-machine interface is found at ground level. What I said for making O&M easier. Obviously, all the algorithms that come with the standard TCU are valid for energy generation. So overcast, ISO, even 3D backtracking are valid and available for TCU Sunbury. And also we have a easy to use interface with SCADA commands. So as our standard TCUs, we use the Modbus protocol, and our customers can send custom targets to send the tracker to their desired position. And obviously we have all the web services from Suntrack services available for this platform, for this TCU Sunbury, sorry, so that you can keep monitoring your trackers, parameterizing remotely, and well, requesting support if needed to our team. So a little case study. Let's travel to the northeastern part of France. This is a man's photovoltaic plant. It's located in Haute-Saône in France. So it's a 2.4 megawatt plant. It has 5,500 PV modules and 620 tracker control units. It was inaugurated in September 2022, and really the structure is impressive. It was done by French developer TSE. We worked with them since a couple of years ago, and I must say that is impressive, and that we hope that we can continue making such impressive progress on the field of agrivoltaics. So if there's any doubt, don't hesitate to ask. Or otherwise, you can contact me at our social media or directly by email. Thank you.